Battle Brothers, a Cornish-Knight's Tale with Marcus the Brave and his berry brand of men-at-arms. Now, in the last episode, we did manage to complete Sir Marcus's primary ambition, which was to clear out a location. We've got a little bit of money, we've got a bit of food, some equipment, but this is the main thing. We need to hire some more people. Because my goal is to get a squire, maybe to get another knight if we can find another knight. A mercenary would be good as well, because we are limited to a size of 12. So we're always going to have to be skills over numbers, which in Battle Brothers is actually a fairly risky strategy to take. So we need to basically go and make some money. I'm probably going to head up back north again, to be honest, because that's where most of the settlements are located, close together, so we can earn a bit of extra coin. I mean, the issue is doing only level 1 missions it keeps us fed, but it won't keep us making a profit. So we have to be careful. During the camp, as it is customary, you assemble the men to explain the company's next step. Brothers, the Knights of Cornwall must show the world we are force of hotter fire than other mercenary bands. As reputation grows, we sell influx of crowns to our coffers. Let us forge a path of greatness. We need a battle standard to be recognised from afar. Having one made is costly. That would be nice. We need to establish ourselves as mercenaries that can relied on. Let us be tested over and over to prove our doubt. Complete 8 more contracts of any kind to prove yourself reliable. Wild beast beset villages of Fringe civilization. Hunting them down to profit would be great. Defeat 5 packs of roving beasts in battle such as direwolves or naskaks, wherever as the part of contract or by seeking them out. That's interesting. I know the souls of our feet are itchy for the open road. We need to spread out the word of the company. Let us pay a visit to every settlement in the world, far and wide. Enter each village, city, or fortification castle that is in the world to learn about their goods, services. Spread the word of the company. This is quite a long-term one, so let's break this down. This is money, which is doable, but for 2,000 crowns we're going to have to be pretty aggressive with taking contracts. This one is fairly straightforward to do. Do 8 contracts of any difficulty. You do that just purely through playthrough. Going out of a way to kill beasts is possible, and can be done in the process of doing contracts. While this one is a lot more the final one is more challenging. Each village, city, fortification, and castle, which basically means we need to visit everything in the world. Which I could see us doing as part of sort of like a roving band of knights. That might be quite cool to do. So let's do this one. We need to visit everywhere. Let's check to make sure it's not including places. Into every village settlement and their goods. There's some settlements left to visit. Yeah, so there's still like a large amount of places to go in the world. Probably sort of picked one that was slightly easy to do. I just want to check to see if it's including places like Stantrum, Trogan. Do we have a Trogan here? Tannendorf. I just want to see if there's any that we basically have located. Toffwall. Lightmark. I wish it could basically... I wish you could actually see exactly what all of these were. Krakenland. Krakenland is probably up there. So it doesn't seem to be taking into account it seems to have taken into account the ones we've already visited, which is fine. Okay, there's no work. So we're just going to keep pushing on. We still have a bit of food. Ooh. That those barbarians. That's not good. 2-level skull contract, not worth it. The thing is, we need to be bigger numbers to do those kind of contracts. Because we're only ever going to be size 12, so we need to have decent skill levels and decent equipment before we take level 2s. Food-wise, it's all just level 2 missions. I'm a bit worried about that, I'm not going to lie. I was hoping there would be some level 1s around. I mean, we're okay money-wise for the time being. Just a bit concerned. There's a level 1 here, and it's an escort. Where's it going to? Need some time to think about that, because that would be a good little way of travelling around. Now that I think about it, let's check. So we're up here in the north. House Grumman, plenty is caused by diligence. Okay. So there's a bunch of little places that we've visited already. Just trying to figure out, because sometimes you can see which cities they have under control and which cities they don't. Okay, Bramingwold. Yeah. This is one we haven't visited. Kennels, which are good for extra dogs. How am I looking for food? I'm okay for food right now. The problem is we can't take any work from these guys. And there's no further place north. Okay, so we've actually cleared off. So we only have a certain amount of places left to go. Okay. That is good to know. Let's take the contract. One of the benefits of this is we do have some extra numbers. We do get a little bit of benefit food-wise, because our food doesn't go down while we're doing this, so it's a good way of getting around. That is going to be interesting, though. Okay. We need to try and thin out the hounds. Realistically speaking. Releasing our own hounds right now is going to be problematic. Okay. Take an arrow to the chest, please. Like, you have this guy fairly under control. What I will do, release the hound, and then I'm going to charge him into melee so he can't get any more attacks off. Right. Unfortunately, he will probably switch out his weapon. Which is what I was worried about. But he went after he went after one of the farm hands, which is fine. Later bit of damage, but we got some fairly good stuff out of it, actually. Bundle of crude javelins actually isn't too bad as a throwing weapon. They do solid damage. And if I remember correctly, stuff like the helmets... 1 second, folks. Sorry about that, folks. Right, so yeah. I'm going to give it to him. Okay, we'll get repaired up. To be honest. Okay, so he's leveled up. Extra stamina. Just boosting his defense stats, really. Because these are supposed to be blocking forces more than anything else. What do we want to give him? Colossus, probably, yeah. Either Colossus, Pathfinder for getting around quickly. But being able to basically be just tanky is good. And reduce the chance, it brings on hit points by 25%, which is also reduced the chance of sustaining debilitating injuries, which is really good for having a small band of fighters. I'm actually going to put him here, because how we deploy in battle means the enemies tend to flood around this side. Okay. Come on, hurry up, please. Along the road, while on the path, you come across a small boy, army of children. The oldest and biggest among them is probably 15 at most, with a tussle of crop of orange hair and a spear for a weapon. He's leading the troop, a little fighting force provincial, to the path more than any town or city. As I cross the path with you, this little leader tips his head. Make way, we are on a righteous march, and we shan't be stopped. Curious, you ask where they're off to. The kid answers as though incredulous if you didn't know. Well, let me tell you so, Sword. We're heading north through the frozen wastes. Uncultured, uncivilized tribes need to hear of the old gods, either by word or by sword. He lifts his spear. A rather chirpy war cry is raised from the army. It appears some religious fervour has taken hold of this wandering and harmless and therefore suicidal group. Horst the Brave, you've travelled up there, say something. Horst the Brave takes his boots off and sews the bottom of his feet to the children. They recoil, gagging and covering their mouths. The little girl lets out a long ew to really drive the point home. The man wags his feet around, showing off disgustingly callous skin. I spent years on the road, and most of them without good shoes to step with. I know what it's like out there. I've seen the dangers, people stabbing one another in their sleep, killing for a bite of biscuit, stranger befriends you so you can betray you, and all that is with it, what's going on. Well, when it gets bad, it gets real bad. You kids got no business being out here. You'll be raped, murdered, enslaved, tortured, fed to dogs, eaten by boars, bears, wolves, all things that look like it's lunchtime on 2 legs. Go home, the lot of you. The band of children murmur amongst themselves. One announces he's going back to his mum. A little girl states that she doesn't even want to be out here anyway, and never gets the treats she was promised. Sensing a moral break, the little leader tries to corral the children, but it's no use. The group break apart and thankful start going home. Some of the men are relieved that they do not wish to see little ones continue their doomed journey. Gains plus 2 resolve, and everyone is in good spirits. You should probably get those feet looked at. Yes, we should. That is a pretty unpleasant foot infection, that's not a lie. Right. Pay a little bit of money. Once again, nothing particularly good. I'm just being a bit careful because going through these woods in the dark means the enemies could get the jump on us. Let's come and help. It always boosts morale. We might get some good stuff. I mean, it's night time, so we're never going to have the best. Yeah, there's the first one. I'd kind of wished that the barbarians had become a much bigger faction, like they'd got their own end world event. Because to be honest, they didn't really get that. They just got sort of like, oh yeah, they're another bandit faction out in the world. I suppose that's what the Human Civil War. Well, I suppose that was why the developers. I suppose that's why the developers did what they did, because you'd already had the traditional traditional sort of warring factions and the religious civil war. So having something like a barbarian invasion might have been a bit too much, but it'd still been a cool idea, I think. Yeah, so let's... I can't literally see anything. It looks like the enemy's morale is basically breaking at this stage, yeah. Let's just speed up time, shall we? Yeah, it's probably a lone person just legging it through the night. Yeah, it's over. So we didn't get anything out of that, didn't get any supplies. But, hey-ho, it might have given us a little bit of favour. Right. Level 1 contracts. But with my demonic statue, dude, didn't you lose your demonic statue the last time we were here? Okay, so where are we going? Okay, so it's down this way, I take it. Yeah, so they're running off in this direction. Come on. Don't be like that. Oh man, they're going to be the annoying type of thief that sort of tries to leg it across half the blinking kingdom. Right. Small crew of vagabonds. Yeah, thugs. Okay. So what are we looking at? No one has particularly good equipment besides maybe you. Let's see if they go aggressive and try and... Yeah, they're going to go charging straight in. Okay. Well, we need to basically aggressively hold the land bridge. Those daggers are going to be nasty. The problem is they're going to try and push us if we're not careful. So get here. Spear wall up. They're going to go for the gap. So let's see how they do. Delay. Okay. Out of the neck. Okay, let's see how he goes. Okay, their morale is starting to falter, but he's got to try and they're going to try and flank if we're not careful. Because they'll try and get around the side of us. I can try and push. He's wavering, which gives negatives, but he won't be able to attack this turn. Stabbed him through the kidney, though. You missing is really not great for us, mate. Can't unleash the dog yet. Now we can, because they're basically a spent force. Yeah, I knew he was going to do something like that, 'cause he's going to go after my archer. Stun lock is annoying. Didn't mean to go there, but we can release the hound. A little bit of damage, but we did actually get some stuff that we can sell alongside our pay. And there is a road going up here, so where does it lead? Probably leads to places we haven't yet to go, so this is actually a good place to come back to. Okay. Thank you, Sellsword. It means a lot to me. Town. Yeah, your gratitude. Right, just show us what you have, mate. Bit of a rugged surcode. If we put it on someone, it is a gear up for our troops. That is for sure. Bit of a stamina cost, but it's better for them in the long run. I am going to sell a lot of this stuff. I'll keep the shields. Food is a bit low, so I will grab a little bit of this. Ammunition, we're okay. Tools, we're okay. Just anything that really stands out. Spectrum would be nice, not going to lie. Very nice, solid spear choice, but it would take most of our funds to do it. Half decent body armor. That is the tempting question. Yeah, let's grab that. Give that to him. And give him some actual half decent gear. I think it might be time to hand over to this shield, because this has got better durability. I mean, we're going to burn through a bit of our tools, to be honest, but nothing particularly outstanding. There isn't any more work. So we need to basically leave and keep travelling. If you want to see the rest of the world. There is somewhere right here. Okay. So yeah, that place is marked off. Once again, we can't do anything with it. Which, it is just how it is. Strange mushrooms are really good for melee characters, for like great weapon wielders. Okay. Nothing that particularly stands out. Longsword would be nice to get. I mean, this is the thing, like, when you're running with small groups, you need to, keep... There's a whole bunch of stuff that you need to keep an eye on. Yeah, lots of monsters, spiders. End of the road, big urban centre. Food we're okay for, money we're okay for a little bit. I mean, there's some not bad stuff here, but it's once again just, I want manpower. I need money to get talented people. I need people like deserters or like actual militiamen might not be so bad. Like getting stuff like better crossbows. I'm probably going to go crossbows with this because crossbows are good for getting through armor. But let's go along this road. Yeah, and we are at the end, and it's another. Man, this road is going to be really bad. All these towns next to each other without a lot of urbans, without a lot of villages means that we can't do a lot of jobs in this region. Another warhound would be really nice, actually. Like, I like warhounds because they don't take up an inventory slot from party members, and they're a good way of tying down things like goblin snipers and chasing down stragglers and that kind of thing. Like a really nice new cross. Things we can't afford any of this, not realistically speaking. And judging by the looks of it, we've gone pretty far. Like, this is a really weird map. Like, which faction is this city with? Okay, so it looks like the game generation squeezed us in, and now they're all higgledy-piggledy, which is not great. Because now we need to backtrack aggressively. I mean, we can... The thing is, you don't know what's out here. So, this is a long circle. Well, a large, like, circular route. And we can try and cut across it. Flee into the mountains. The spiders will give up. I mean, it's not great. We run the risk. Going through mountain ranges like this is super risky, and I don't like doing it if I can help it. I just wanted to see what was out there. We may have taken a bit of a wrong turn. Halls of the Undying. Yeah, that's an interesting location. Once again, with a group of only 7, like at most 12 people, that's somewhere Sir Marcus would probably want to go once everyone's tooled up. Undead against small party site. Okay. Undead against small groups is never fun. Okay, let's just get into here. We haven't got a ton of money. We haven't got a ton of food. Let's just grab a little bit of money and a little bit of food. Ooh, antidote, very nice. Useful against poisoned enemies. The lack of contracts is annoying, though. But at least we have explored all the top regions up here. Which means, unless I have made a mistake in my navigation skills, which there is always a possibility of happening, I'm not going to lie, means that, yeah, there's only a few places left that we can go. I was hoping for more travel contracts. You enter Kurgo and a man immediately approaches, trundling through the mud to get to you. Okay. Look, mercenaries, it's a strange thing to task with you, but you seem to have a good head on your shoulders. See this dark spot here? Would you be willing to venture that way and try and find a cemetery of old? It's something of at or around the region of Scorching Sire. What's the pay? Okay. So where exactly are they sending us? East and around the region of the Scorching Sire. Northeast, so... Find the old cemetery to the northeast and around the region of the Scorching Sire. Again, walking, running, fighting, fucking all the good man's heart. The time spent travelling the land has improved the vitality and vigour. So his fatigue goes up, okay. Yeah. Brigand camp. Ooh, that's actually pretty bad. We need to run. Because those are high-level brigands. We can't easily take those guys. They're also the kind of people that you want to hunt down, because they actually have half-decent equipment. I'm trying to find this place they're talking about. Along the way, you watch a stranger come into light of the path, shielding his eyes so as to keep much of his face hidden. You look like the sort to be searching for something, but I know not to where. The Cemetery of the Old is tricky like that. Good thing I know where it is. Good thing too. Can you know where it is by citing 30 crowns my way? I'm the fastest sprinter you ever did see, so don't try and rig it out of me. Fine, here's your crowns. See, there, of course. In the steppes not far to the northeast of where we are now. Yeah, so I took it because I was hoping for a bit of a payday. And we found it. The side of our cemetery in the glass of your scope and make it on your map. Easy enough. Like, what exactly it's going to be here? Let's just... unknown threat. What we got? We can always run away. Ooh. That's a lot of undead. Let's start... I mean, if it's just normal undead, we might be able to chop them. But these guys are actually fairly well armoured. So let's fall back. Yeah. So let's fall back. But this is actually a place that Sir Marcus will want to come back to and take on. So it's a good place to have known. Okay, that's fine. Being alive is better than being dead. Okay. But we know the location. We can quickly trot back in and get paid. Right here. Here we go. What does level 2 contract look like? I need the small chest delivered safely to Robert, the trade master in Rastastas. 2 days travel north of here. How much? Yeah, I'm not going to take it for now. Hopefully get him to generate a new contract. Bandit out camp is interesting. What's the level 1 mission? Escort wine. Well, Tem. How much it pay? To the north. We've got enough food. We don't need to worry about it for the time being. I will grab a little bit more of that. Okay. Going traveling is good because obviously we don't know where anything else on the map is. Another bandit camp? Okay. Well, that's a lot of brigands. That's a lot of brigands. This is problematic. Because they're blocking the road. I mean, I have a bit of money. But there's no way... That's actually really bad. Because they're going to stay around inside that territory, aren't they? Until something drives them out. Let's try and sneak past. Because they're probably looking to take on anything that's crossing the mountains. Man, this is a really bad map. Yeah, this is actually a really nasty region. I haven't seen a pass this bad in a long time. If we get the Civil War event, it's going to be really quite problematic. What's the level 2 job that you have? While walking the roads, big and sworn my wagon and made off with all my goods. Left me my life, which is fine, but the gall of what they did keeps me up at night. I see the sneering faces, hear their laughter, believe it was a message to go after me because I refused to pay the tolls. Well, now I'm ready to pay a toll to you, sellsword. How many count are we looking? Drive all the brigands at the Clap Fortress. Ugh. And that's another group of brigands coming up the road. I mean, if the Melissa is with us, we will be able to do some damage. I mean, actually, it might be a good way of getting a little bit of a decent equipment, if I think about it. Okay, they're already pushing hard, so let's try and move up to assist. If nothing else, the Melissa force will buy us some much-needed time. Okay, so what are we looking at? There's the Brigand Raider. He's got some decent gear. Okay, so they're butchering guys on the road. Oh, we managed to nail one of them in the hand. This may be knife time, because he's actually got fairly half-decent gear. Like, We need to basically shore up this defensive line. Because if these guys get whomped, they're coming for us. Okay, yeah, that line is probably going to break if we're not careful. So we need to be aggressively pushing. Yeah. Like, our line is being overrun. So we need to basically... We need to get into a good position. At this stage, this amount of armoured men is going to be problematic. So we just need to kill them. While keeping our own lines safe and secure. Yeah, okay, now we're in a dangerous situation because they're going to start to pile in. That is a nice penalty on them. That's a nice penalty on him. I'd like to get his armor, but I'd rather just not lose people, to be honest. Delay, and you can come in for your swing. Yeah, we're not going to get many good backstabs off at this rate, so let's just kill as many of them as we can. It's like his gear is dented. I don't know if it's worth... Let's try and break him. Reload. That's what I was worried about, the fact that we're going to start getting chopped. The thing is, it's hard to get backstabs and the like off. Okay, we got him. His gear is fairly banged up. So we got a couple of nice hits. We did take a lot of damage. That is big. The worn mail shirt is big. A couple of bits of things like this is Falchion, a decent boar spear. We saved the militia, so that's always a big win in my book. Once again, getting that up. Your stamina is really bad. Range defense. Perks for you. What do we want? Being able to rotate out is really important, especially if you're getting swarmed. Fortify Pathfinder is always good. Recovery. Like, crippling strike isn't half bad. Especially with crossbows, being able to punch through and just deal damage. Because injuries really add up in this game. Getting crossbow talent would be good. Okay, now for you. Straight up being able to hit. Range defense and stamina. Right. What do we want? You're not going to switch over weapons quickly. Probably anticipation when being attacked with ranged weapons, getting 1 plus 10% of your base range defense. As additional range defense per tile about the attack is away, and always at least plus 10 to... Like, for backline, having this is good. Especially with people like spears or the goblins. Because it means that we're getting shot at, they can actually block, which is always good to see. Equipment-wise... He hasn't got the stamina right now to wear that. None of them do. They need to be a bit bulkier. Like, his stuff is good. We've got a couple of half-decent helmets. You can have that. To be honest... Giving that to him early... Actually, wait, no, that's probably a mistake, because he hasn't got a ton of stamina right now. Giving that to him early on is probably a good thing. He hasn't got the stamina to take that. Alright, you're going to get the improved spear. You have some half-decent weapons, Morningstar. Keep some of them. I mean, I'm tempted to get rid of this right now, because all it's doing is causing him to have a lot of fatigue. I'd rather give him something like, say... Throwing weapons aren't worth it, really, if you're using crossbow. I mean, pulling something like a spear out of your back pocket might be worth it. You guys need to be thinking about having backup weapons as well in case we get engaged. Let's just get through this region quickly. Like, our first fight with brigands could have gone a lot worse. Abandoned fortress. Krakenland. We've obviously missed somewhere. Krakenland sounds like something up country, sorry. That's the Cornishman in me coming out. There's nothing beyond this, is there? It might be a small, like, independent settlement. Oh, nomads. Okay. These guys are basically just this region's equivalent of brigands, so they can be annoying. Oh, that though is really bad. Yeah, we need to basically huff it. And we ran straight into a camp. Nomad hideout. Okay, we found one of the southern cities with work, which is always nice to see. Some very nice things down here. Ooh. Food, though, is the thing that we are interested in. We're okay for food right now. I'm probably going to sell the axes and the spears. What do I want to sell to raise a bit of cash for ourselves? That is the question. Sell that. Sell that because that's pretty beaten up. I do want to repair this. Because, man, it's good. Sell the little shield. Sell that one because that's quite beaten up. Sell that one because it's quite beaten up. That falchion is pretty smashed up as well. Okay. Anybody that really catches my fancy? Nomad. I mean, there's a couple of interesting people. Disowned noble would be cool to have. That's probably something we want to aim for as a knight. Some really nice swords. But once again, yeah, but they do. This is the benefit of working in the eastern, in like the sort of far southern countries, is that they have a lot of level 1 contracts. How many crowns are we talking about? Escort to Trogan. Ooh, I need to try to think about that. That one's going to be a pain. A crownling. I've also forgotten I had requested you sort to come ruin my day. You stare at the Vizier as if he's too belaboured to extricate himself from the sea of cushions and harem of women who are there to fluff each and every one. Well, I suppose I'll sully an hour if only to make this matter settled. The nomads arrive to my caravans, and they won't as they want to do, and herate my market as deprived of certain goods which I wish to have. I offer 450 crowns to find and destroy the sound-ridden mites. He smiles. This will make you a rich man, my friend. 450 crowns when the contract is done, and you'll be paid more. I don't think you quite understand how this works. We need to come to terms. Okay. Okay. So it's up there. I mean, 450 crowns is nice. So what exactly were you looking at? The problem is we can't get close with the amount of nomads that are flying around. Some nomad cutthroats as well. Okay, so it's actually going to be a fairly challenging fight to take. If I could lure these guys down to the garrison, we might be able to take him out. Where's the military patrol? Okay, so he's popped out. Yeah, let's go and help the military garrison. Let's go and help them, because not only does it may get us some extra experience, it may actually just help us clear out the road. I do like just the feel of these factions. Okay, so they're pushing this way. Let's push up ourselves. An assassin. Impressive. Okay, let's push with our guys. Missed. Power of gunpowder. Okay. And their defensive line is too held up holding here. Okay. Like, we are going to smash through. It's just straight out how it is. Right, let's go. Ouch. Yeah, they're trying to encircle him. Okay, so they got stun locked. Okay, so their line is breaking. Now I timber crossbow bolt. So their entire line is now breaking. Let's go. Release the hounds. Let's go. We get some kills. And there we go. A little bit of damage, which will heal up. We got a little bit of some produce, but more than anything else, we have cleared out the route to where we wanted to go, which is up here. We will have to wait for day to pass slightly before we can take it, and I'm probably going to take it for some nomad cutthroats. Let's attack at dawn. So that's 6 versus 7. Yeah, that's fine. Like, these guys are nothing to worry about. So let's just hold for a moment. Target the people that don't have shields. Okay. They're going to push this side. Okay. First things first, we need to anchor this side. So you're going to come up here and anchor. You're going to aggressively push out because, well, it's you. And I don't have many concerns. You're going to take a crossbow bolt to the face. You're not going to do anything. You're going to come out here and fortify. And you're going to come up here. Slight daze is annoying. But you haven't got no armor. So we can just stab you for all we like. The miss is annoying. Stun lock is annoying, but it's just how it is. That isn't good. Okay. You need to keep that up. You need to push up here and support taking him out. You need to take him out. Ooh, that really hurt. Arrow to the guts is bad. Yeah, broken nose. Release the hound. Start moving up and inflicting penalties on. You taking that hit really is problematic. Yeah, broken nose. We got a few things, but the injury's going to set us back. So now we need to really get back to town, because healing medicine isn't cheap. You find a banded wagon amongst some tall reeds. Burke checks it out and barks back. It's broken as shit, but we can salvage parts out of it. Okay. Let's just get into town. Into the city. No visitors. You state that you're in business with the vizier. The guard shakes his head. The servant comes up behind you and puts a satchel in your arms and departs just as fast. The guard returns the pole onto his side. Your trivialities with the vizier concluded when you first departed his presence. You are not to poison his mood any further. Leave now before you poison mine. Well, aren't you a cheerful soul? Let's sell this. Sell these things. I really want to be trying to get ourselves some decent armor. But I need to be thinking about expansion. More than anything else, we need to have... Is the broken noble still here? No, but something like a sellsword would be good. A temple for his broken nose. Yeah, I can't afford to have you out of the fight. You're gonna have your nose fixed. Shepherd. And a gladiator wouldn't be too bad. Like indentured, maybe. And it's annoying because if the noble was still there, I would have probably grabbed him. Headgear. I mean, there's some basic headgear that isn't actually too bad. It's just not cheap. Lotharax is actually pretty good for the back line. It doesn't weigh too much and it gives good defense in comparison to, say, like padded gear. So like, because it's like 75 for 7. It's basically on the same as like the Gambeson, but it's better than the Gambeson. Yeah, it's basically like here. It's like the Lot's Gambeson. It's slightly worse than padded leather armor. So getting something like that would make sense. Getting something like that and giving it to him, just so our backline starts to have a bit of equipment. Man, I really wanted to try and find another battle brother, to be honest. What's our episode length? A little bit longer than usual. I am going to just aggressively push down this road to see if we can find the next city relatively quickly. How are we looking? Oh, we're not looking great for food. But fortunately, we find the next city fairly quickly. Okay. Everything's in bumper harvest, so we can get some cheap provisions. Once again, they have that armor there, which isn't too bad. And I would really, really like to actually get some... Manhunter wouldn't be too bad to get. Like, what is his... Tryout is expensive. Hunting down people in the south environments. Okay. So that might be worth it. But we'll see what we go. That's something to talk to another time. I've been Cornish-Knight. This has been Battle Brothers, a Cornish-Knight's Tale. I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.